All right, guys, welcome to Comics Cast. This is what is this? This is our open indie sort of artist community hangout group that we're going to start doing. It's kind of like our Friday freestyle, but it's only focused on doing art. That's the really main thing we want to do. Make sure it's not like a nerd out, chat out sort of thing. But welcome to Comics Cast, and we are focusing on an IP. We're going to have artists come in, show off their amazing talents, but also try to focus on some indie IPs while we're doing it. So further to kind of talk on that, I brought Pete in. He'll chat about the IP that's going on right now on Kickstarter and what we're gonna do about it. Woohoo! Woohoo! Go ahead, Pete. Go ahead, take it away.
Hi, everybody. Hold on, sorry. I had my
Pete's
computer just
hand.
made a boo-boo. What's going on, everybody? That's my hand. Sorry. It's better off that I'm not on screen anyway. Hey, everybody. My name is Pete Vasquez. Below me down there, that's, I didn't say the other thing. That's Mr. Phil Leon. We are both artists. Been doing it for a long time. And we are both happy to be part of the crew for Eighth World Comics new book that's launched on Kickstarter and kind of trying to slowly tearing its way through it.
Kickstarter.
Kaiju, huh?
No, never mind. Go ahead, Pete.
Who was muted?
Nobody's
I think
muted.
we're
You're
fine.
good.
All right, go ahead.
Uh-oh.
No,
broken?
I'm
You're good,
no,
Pete. Go.
everything's fine. Everything. I just got I had a train and then Phil derailed it. So that's awesome. Don't do that, man.
You can do it. I believe in you.
No, I'm fine. Like I was saying, we are both part of the anthology book from Eighth World Comics, Kaiju Mania. It's on Kickstarter live right now. I'm going to show you guys the page in a little bit. It was an idea brought up by our good friend Alan Johnson, the creative brains behind Eighth World Comics and Kaiju Mania. And what he wanted to do was create a project that's a little bit different. And so what we have going in, as we say, kaiju, it's monsters. But we took the idea of doing 4 monsters, 4 different stories with one intergalactic kind of tie-in. So what happens is these 4 monsters are doing their own thing, but unlike the Godzilla movies where they were good, but you wish you saw more monster, we give you all monster all the time. So it's just monsters doing terrible things and humans really not really getting to be in charge of stuff like they were in those movies. They get to get beat up and squished and all sorts of things, and our monsters get to go crazy. But the idea behind it is there is this intergalactic aspect. These aliens are traveling the world, our world, looking for champions to put together into an intergalactic monster fight, or as we say in pro wrestling, a little Monster Mania kind of thing, Kaiju Mania. So they abduct our 4 monsters. Okay, and then they put them in what you would call a Hell in a Cell, an Elimination Chamber, any of those pro wrestling big cage match kind of things, and they're going to let them fight it out to see who wins to become the Aliens Intergalactic Champion to further do crazy, horrible things. But the thing is, here's where the twist comes in. In Kaiju Mania, we don't get to decide who the winner is. Our backers do. So for every variant, we have 5 covers, our main cover, and then our 4 variant covers, and for each cover that people back, so let's say, we have covers A, B, C, and D, whichever cover sells the most, that is going to be our winning monster. And that was an idea. There's Max DeVille. And so that's the idea behind the book, and it's a lot of fun. And we're, at some point, we're going to have to show some stuff from Mary Machine Gun, who's lighting things on fire on Kickstarter right now. But we're going to stick with the kaiju for a hot second, because, kaiju.
Kaiju's the focus of this stream, so we can always look it up. But
I have
no rush.
One leaves, you decide.
Yeah. We'll go ahead. We'll put the link to the.
I have it. Yep, I have it
here
right
in a minute,
now.
but there's no rush. There's no rush at all. You guys, if you go to Kickstarter, look it up. Kaiju Mania. It's really easy to find, unless you have problems spelling kaiju, which of course.
I mean, the I might go into a different place, but that's okay. Right here in front of me, and something I'm going to be working on today. We just added a new reward. It's a one and done kind of thing. Each artist who did the sequential pages for each monster got to do the cover. So this is a cover for my monster, the Metal Beast Relinquished. He's the only human-based cyborg type monster. So I did the cover. I kind of gave it a King Kong kind of theme.
Yeah, I dug the idea.
Yeah, it was a lot of fun. It came right into my it popped right in my head. I'm like, I have to go for that. I have to do this. So with the tier what we're doing now for one lucky backer, what we're going to do is we're going to offer the original art because it's my original page is done traditionally. So we're going to offer the original art of my page here, not that page.
Well, I know. Well, I'm
Now
working.
it's just sharing my screen and he's playing around. There you go.
So we're going to offer that. I'm going to finish it off. I'm going to finish it and ink it during the campaign, and then one lucky backer is going to get the finished original page, a
Mhm.
copy of the same book, obviously, a digital copy, and then they're also going to get a Kaiju Mania T-shirt, and they're also going to get. And on this stream, I'm going to start it. I'm going to work on an original print just for them. So
Very
one
cool.
lucky backer for only $150, which is a steal for all that. I mean, I see what original art's going for, and that's still way above my pay rate. So hey, what the hell? Let's have some fun, and we'll offer that up for someone right there. But yeah, the monsters are really different too in this book, which is really cool. The first one we have, I can't pronounce his name, but he's half penguin, half bear, coming from the Arctic, which is really interesting.
Well, let me interrupt you just for
Okoyojin.
1 second, Pete. I just want to make sure that we didn't get a chance to say it earlier. And Enrique's been in here. He's already drawing. Enrique is with us today. Amazing inker, amazing artist. Happy to have him on. Hopefully you can hear us, Enrique, and you're good with your audio. I know you've been bouncing around a little bit. Okay, good. And we'll be able to highlight your work as well. But didn't want to go too deep into the IP rabbit hole, without at least addressing everybody who's in the room. So go ahead, Phil, and keep knocking it out, man. Or Pete, sorry.
Okay, terrific. So we have each monster is a little bit different, and that's kind of what's really cool. And then what takes it even further, I know people always ask the question. I know I always did when I did interviews. Well, what's next after this? I'm like, well, Alan's going to put together another group of creatives, another 4 teams, and we're going to do it all over again. And they're going to keep building, and then we're basically going to keep having these monsters just fight each other left and right, and just to see who eventually at the end of it all is going to be the last monster standing. And that's just a lot of action. I'm not going to lie to you folks. It's not a kid's book. It's violent. There's a lot of violence going on, but it's fun monster violence with, humans being the collateral damage and a lot of buildings getting knocked down and stuff like that. So it's a lot of fun that way too. So
Cool.
it's just a lot of fun. It's what it did was Alan's kind of focus was he wanted us to have some creative freedom, but he also wanted us to collaborate with each other. So that was really cool. Like Phil colored my pages. So, and a word about my pages, this is my return to sequential art. I hadn't done sequential art in about 5-6 years because I had self-published my own books, and I really wasn't happy. So I literally took myself back to school. I started reading a lot. I did some online classes, film classes again, which is what my original degree is in, some storyboarding and things like that, and kind of taught myself that art again a little bit, And when Alan made me the offer, I was like, yeah, cool. And I played it a little safe, but I'm really happy with everything that came out. And then what was really comforting is 2 people that I owe a debt of gratitude. The first one, he's not here, our buddy Warren Brown. He's an amazing illustrator, the gentleman behind Sig and Joe on Webtoons now. And his issue 2 is coming out soon. And he's an amazing, his sequentials are just the way his layout process and everything. So he really chatted with me and helped me out with things like that. So a lot of that went into it. And then I also knew Phil was coloring it. So I would show Phil, like, he's my work in progress. This is what I'm working on here.
Right.
This is what I'm doing there. And Phil kind of gave me hey, try this. Oh, no, I like that. Keep going. I'm like, well, and then I also wanted to open the door a little bit. It's like, well, if I do this here, can you get down and do some coloring stuff and do some, have some funky stuff? Because, it is a monster book. Can you get your groove on in here? It feels like, yeah, that would be great. And we kind of collabed there. And that was the real, the big point of one of the points that Alan had for the book was for the artists and the creatives and everybody to just get down and collaborate and have fun and,
Of course,
down. Yeah, it was a lot of fun that way. What was really cool too, I got to do all the trade dress for the covers and just do some graphic design, which was cool. That's also a little bit in my wheelhouse, in case anybody didn't know. And then I'm gonna be honest, I'm gonna hot tag to Phil because he was throwing down some pretty. I've known Phil for a little while now, and he's a super talented guy. But I got to tell you, the stuff that he's been throwing down lately, especially with this book, with a couple other things like White Devil that he worked on and stuff like that.
For sure, yeah.
Has been absolute fire.
Well, thank you. Thank you.
So that's the segue into Phil.
And yeah, there's the one of the pages. You get a brief sneak peek at one of the pages. This is the one I collaborated on with Pete.
Yes, sir.
With
In
the
fact,
Metal
here,
Beast Relinquished.
we'll do this too. And if you look at my little screen while Phil has that big screen there, that's the that's what it looked like in pencils. So
Yeah, there you go. So you
Peek
can
out.
see,
Yeah, as
see
it goes
it.
across. Yeah, nice. Noise.
So- what was
So-
cool?
Yeah, go ahead.
Joe. I'm sorry. No,
Well,
no,
I was
no.
gonna say we've got so we've got Enrique already going pretty deep into this. And which monster is he doing? From just for people at home to know which one he's doing.
Oh, I know which one he's doing.
Yeah,
Is that-
pretty
I
good
think-
idea.
Oh, yeah.
Yeah, I'm pretty sure we picked the same one there, Enrique.
The one with the kid. That
the lion
this-
rhino, Chupara.
The mom
I mean,
the mom takes it to the
this one?
this
Chupara.
work and lost. It's not too happy, and this kid got this somehow produced this monster. And,
Yeah, that's Chupara, the lion rhino.
Max says Lionsaurus.
Yeah, it's pretty close. That's not too far off.
I call him Rhino Liono.
Yeah, you do.
Reliono. There you go. No.
Well, I'll pull up the one I did. I still got. Look, I'll show you the guys. I know it's getting floating around a little bit. I'll go ahead and show you guys now mine. Not
That's
what I'm
getting
doing.
launched soon. That should be put up tonight, Joe.
Yeah.
I love that.
Oh, that's sick, man. Look at that.
Acrylic?
Yeah, this is acrylics.
Have you varnished it yet? Have you sealed it yet?
No, I haven't sealed it. But anyway, yeah.
That
So
looks fantastic.
nice, clean.
Yeah, that's usually what you work in is acrylics, right?
What's that?
I said that's what you usually work in is acrylics, isn't it?
No, I've done. Now that's my third painting I've done. So I've done that one. I did this one that needs to go out to the buyer.
The Batman, I knew it. Yeah, that one. Yeah.
That one needs to go, but that's more of a cheat code one, right? So that's just inks and then wash, and then I did another one of the Shadow. I can't remember anyway. Did that one, and I'm still working on this Batman piece, which is this one here.
Oh, this is one I haven't seen yet. Oh,
I did that.
damn.
That's gonna look
Nice, man.
good size for that too.
Yeah, so I'm trying to I'm gonna fix the eyes on Batman. I'm pretty happy with the rest of it, and then I'm gonna attack her suit and get it right. But yeah, pretty happy with the colors on that. And that sort of put me in a position where I could do this one, and then I'm gonna do a lot more because I've got nothing but large canvases, boom, and then I've got a big one. So it's all about fun and getting content out there. Because what I'd like to do is be in a position where we're producing books and publishing books and getting the digital comics out there, but also doing covers that are straight paintings. So it works on tiers. It helps the community to sell more product.
Yeah,
So-
I love that. I actually was just talking with a couple of the guys about that, about starting to do painted covers and stuff.
Right.
A while
I just
ago.
think there's not a lot of them out there, and right now with Kickstarters and stuff, as IPs
Yeah,
get more and more important, I think you'll find people interested in that sort of thing.
Yeah, that's exactly what I was talking about with the other guys a couple months ago. So yeah, absolutely, I love it. Here's some Batman for you. There's some Batman for you, though, Joe. Here you go.
Oh, nice.
We talked about that.
Oh yeah, I remember this one. Oh yeah. Let me see. I got Messenger coming through here.
Yeah, there's a whole bunch of stuff going on. I'm gonna move this and get to some
Okay.
monsters.
I think Armando might stop in. I think I caught.
Yeah, I know that. I mean, it's going to be a rotating room a little bit. All right. You can actively hear me texting and sending it to you guys. What I love about painting is that I can literally lay this a whole paint down, and then I I can just paint like doing the background. You just do the background completely by itself. You don't do anything else. You just do the background, and then you can paint on top of it. That's so like this whole process. You just kind of learn a new thing. Like
Yeah.
I did pencils first, and then I did digital inks, and then I went back to pencils and digital inks. Then I did physical inks, and then I did colors, and now I'm like, I just like new mediums. You know what I mean? Trying out different things.
Yep.
It's cool to just learn whatever it is that works for you that makes you happy to do. So,
Absolutely. I had a professor, if you talk about backgrounds, a painted background. Someone's like, well, you put too much energy into your backgrounds. I'm like, but that sets off the foreground, and I was actually, it's in the cover that I did for the book.
yeah,
I was
you're like,
talking
that's confusing.
Yeah, I know, right? I was actually talking to Max DeVille about it because he has a cover on one of his last books, one of the Atrocity Press's last books, the Ninja Bimbo book. There was a lot of depth in the cover. It was, there was a deep background, a foreground, and then something in the front, and it was really deep. And it was something I was thinking about in the cover that I had done. And there's a straight line where you can see deep background, foreground, blah blah blah, all that stuff. And I'm like, if I hadn't put all that thought into doing the background, God, this would suck. Like, why wouldn't you want to put any kind of effort into the background,
Yeah.
Right. Well, I mean, there's certain styles where you don't really need a background. You just need a placeholder for the piece, and some people thrive in that. And I think there's, yeah, I think it's pretty. Some indie creators are pretty famous for having that style.
Hey, look, that's somebody stylistically, that's cool. I'm whatever. Do
Yeah.
your thing, get your groove on. I'm just saying, just in general.
Yeah,
Even
if you're
if-
telling
even
a
not-
story,
Well, even
you're limiting yourself.
even deciding to not have just a regular. I'm just doing a color or geometric shape or something. That's still putting thought into your background. That's
Right, of course.
cool. No, that's
Yeah. Like
all
for this
gravy.
one, I'm gonna have it's all gonna be black. So and then I'm gonna do like a light strip that goes down the middle as the background for the character. And it'll be like a light source that strips down the middle, but I mean it's a very minimal background, you know what I mean?
Right. I dig it. I love the concept. That's. I think, and that's really what kind of what I like about what we're doing here. It's like we get to because we do it when on my Twitch stream. It's an art stream. We're all drawing and doing stuff. And when Phil has his Zen Den, and it's the same thing. We're all talking and having fun, and just throwing down lines and having a good time and stuff like that. So it's pretty fantastic. Just if you don't get a little energy off of that, you're insane.
Well, and that's what the whole thing, the Friday Freestyle, was supposed to be about. We were always supposed to do sort of this feed off each other's energy. And, just like anything on YouTube, you're like, hey, how do I chase the numbers or do the thing that people want to see? Sometimes you just got to do whatever is true. And I'm a huge nerd. Like I would talk about, we could talk about, what is it? Like Star Wars Obi-Wan. We could talk about the new trailer that just came out. There's plenty to talk about. But I love the idea of coming together and being like an open studio where we're just all freaking working and we're just working on maybe some fan art of like some IPs that are famous right now. And that could be something that we do in the future instead of picking like 2 or 3, IPs that are out there right now that are on Kickstarter or Indiegogo, because there's a good 3 or 4 that I know of that we could be using. You know what I mean?
I'd have to go digging. I don't know if I have any. I know. I was kind of. We talk about that all the time, and it's something that's always in my head about doing that, especially for these, for indie, properties and stuff like that. I had done a bunch. Where is all my stuff? I moved everything around. I don't know where anything is. Anyway, I had done some. When Sinopa, when Sam had and Nick Capone had out Reign of Ages, I did a couple pieces that I have to send to Sam. That was just for fun. I was just hey, look, I drew your character. I know I've drawn Niobe a bunch of times. Actually, I'm going to do. Phil and I are collaborating again on one of the trading cards for the next Niobe Kickstarter, and I've drawn Mary Machine Gun once or twice, but I think I'm going to really get into it with that new costume that he put together. But
oh yeah,
the thing with the idea behind that and the idea that you're talking about with that, I love it because it's just fun and it's it's liberating and it's good for those people for those creators that have those characters. Like, cool, I get to see somebody else's rendition on my character. Maybe they'll come up with something, or maybe that creator will discover, oh, that's my next cover artist, or that's my next trading card artist, or whatever. You never know.
Exactly.
So
Welcome,
I dig it.
Welcome, buddy. How's your audio?
Hey guys, what's up?
You look
hey,
great.
what's going on, Vic?
Hey, what's up, man?
Vic looks very professional. I need you to take over, considering that I am in a empty garage as I continue to move. So
I
you
moved
look
too.
great.
I moved too. So I just have like a blank background now. No more
Yeah.
toys and stuff in the back. I have to figure all that out now.
Well, where I'm moving to is going to be this tiny little space. So what I think I'm going to do is I'm going to buy like one of those fathead styles with Comics Cast sticker and just stick it up against the wall. I'll be right up against the wall, and I'll just do my microphone, and it'll look all perfect. But it's like
That'd be cool.
I'll be like right up against the wall. But yeah, no, that's good stuff, man. Thanks for coming in. It's been a minute. I don't want to get too much into your personal stuff, but I know you're going through, good stuff, good things. Family growing, that sort of thing. So
Oh, is this a Vindicator, man?
Violator.
Violator, yeah, Violator. There you go.
Vindicator. Is there a Vindicator?
On. I know there
There
could
is
be.
somewhere. I'm sure there is somewhere.
Like he kills somebody, says vindication.
That's you would expect a name like that would be pretty popular, right?
Yeah.
You would
No,
think.
loving it, man. Yeah. So you, what's going on, Larry? Larry, go ahead and did a little shout out. Hey, buddy.
Larry, what's going on?
What's up,
Aurelius is in the
Larry?
chat too. Aurelius happens to be. We're gonna put her on the spot for a second. She is one of the 2 mods on my Twitch channel.
Damn.
Because I can trust
okay.
her to police. She can police the rowdiness and the spam bots that come in and stuff like that. Or I usually, if I have to go to the bathroom during a stream, I put her in charge. Still painting cars, man. Still painting cars.
Oh yeah.
Am I
One
paying?
car to the next.
Actually,
I
I
would
will.
love to have seen you do my piece forever ago, man. What was that? 2 years ago? Like I
It's
feel like
been a while. Which one?
eternity. No, we've only done that. Oh well, there was the 2.
We did do 2. We did Elysian,
And then you did
and then
Judge Dredd. Yeah, that was fun. Yeah. Good times. I did not think this through. I usually use a hair dryer to dry off the canvas so I can move on to the next thing.
A box fan will work too.
Yeah, it's just too loud. I don't want to. We'll just chat. I'll just chat. Vic, are you working on a traditional piece or are you working on your digital piece?
It's digital. It's
Okay.
digital.
Okay, because I see your digital piece up, but there's no movement on it while you're moving on camera. So I thought maybe you were doing something else, and I just didn't. I'll put it on.
Looks like it's awesome.
Okay.
Oh no, it's moving. Yeah.
Yeah. Okay. You're like doing and bouncing around and stuff. All right, man. This is really annoying. I love this. One of the things about Restream is that you can add a little music.
Oh, you can do that in StreamYard now too.
Well, only because Restream did it first. So StreamYard trying to be, That's all that is.
They'll be adding it into Zoom pretty soon.
I know it. Yeah. But so right now the Kickstarter, why don't we go ahead and pop up Kaiju Mania Kickstarter and run it down a little bit?
I get on a roll, and now he wants me to bring up the thing. Great.
Yep. Let's go.
I've had it shared.
I know. I'm just saying you
bring
can
it
You
up.
can't throw off Pete's
I can't
flow,
put- I
man. You
already
don't,
shared
you
it.
don't know.
You're in control. Aren't you in control of the thing? I can't.
I am. Oh, do I need it? Are you not able to work?
I have it. I've shared it, but I can't. It's
All
not
right,
on the
I'll,
screen.
I'll run it.
There we go.
There we go.
Yeah, you got to put it on the screen still, though.
All right, I
Squirrel.
got you.
And then I can squirrel. I can.
I got you. I got you.
See what I mean?
You know, what can I say?
I'm going to refresh this a little bit just to see if anything has happened during the stream, and it hasn't. So we're at $1,100 with 39 backers, and we appreciate every single one of them. We are in the process of creating more rewards and stuff for so you got a whole bunch of stuff going on. I'm not going to bore everybody with the whole story. We already talked about the story, so we can kind of get through that. But what is Kaiju Mania? I'm going to give you a look. This is our first cover, our main cover. It's all 4 monsters. I know it's kind of tough to see like that, unless you're full screen. I'll give you guys a better shot. Actually, I'm going to.
Or you can look at my screen real quick and you'll see that.
That's obnoxious.
Either way,
That's.
just a quick look and go right back to it.
Okay. Yeah. No, it's clear.
Well, what I was going to do.
Oh, you have the trade dress one too.
Yeah, I got
Oh,
everything.
I'm sorry.
I got everything up. I got everything
Apologies.
up. I have everything up.
Oh, I gotta
There you
pop
go.
it back now, huh?
Yeah.
I'm sorry. I have everything up for us. I was prepared. I came prepared.
Oh, there we go.
So hold on. 'Cause now it's not letting me. Okay.
Came prepared, huh?
All prepared. So there's the original. There's our cover A. All 4 monsters and the alien ship kind of tying everything together. That's the main cover. But then when you get into it, we go to our first cover. Whoops. Hey, where are you going? There we go. Hokoyan Jin. I can't pronounce his name. Phil does it better than I do.
Koyojin.
There you go. Thank you. I love the take on this. We will be adding objects in the mirror appear closer than they, whatever it is.
Yeah.
That is getting added for. So when you get your copy of the book, it'll say that in the rearview mirror. So I think that really adds something to it. And we thought that would be a fun idea. So that's cover A. And Phil, that was by
Vince White and did the line work. And this one?
yes, sir.
This one, I'm not. This was you're talking about the chicken bear, right?
Chicken. Yeah, the chicken. I got it. Right
Or no, it's
got
a penguin. It's a penguin polar bear. Yeah,
We've been calling it a chicken bear.
but
for the
I
longest time.
am not sure who's on
I have
the
it.
project.
I have
it was
it right
Ian.
now, so
Wasn't it
let's look.
Ian? Isn't this one Ian?
I got you right now. Why isn't it? Why did he mess with it? Yeah, I believe it's Ian Miller. He messed with it, and now I'm just scanning. Excuse me, I thought I remembered, and I had written everything down, and I didn't do it, and I'm terrible.
Oh, it's all good. I'm
Okay, so
stretched.
yeah, Greg Mockwin is our writer, and Ian Miller is our illustrator on this one.
Okay.
Okay, there we go. All right, then we can go back to the thingy. We go back to cover, the next cover. Next. I know a thing or two about this one. I'm not going to have to look this one up. This is The Metal Beast Relinquished, written by Mr. Chris McCauley, who has an incredible resume of stuff that Chris has done. And I will cheat and read that. Chris is a science fiction horror writer who's worked with Claudia Christian, William Shatner, Darcy Stoker, Andrew Brown, and Nightfall Games. He's worked with games, RPGs, novels like Babylon 5, Man of War, Doctor Who, Star Wars, Judge Dredd, the Stokerverse, Dark Legacies franchise, and the Terminator.
2000 AD.
Yep, Chris has some skills. Yeah, that wasn't in the thing. I'm sorry. Thank you for adding that. I appreciate it. The illustrator is this indie guy named me. I illustrated. I did the page, but I did this. Why does this keep coming up? I have too many tabs open, and it's driving me crazy. I feel like Phil. So for this cover, we went ahead, and I'll give some folks the insight. We talked about it before. I kind of wanted to give him a King Kong kind of feel, since he is the only human monster in space as a human cyborg. So I want to give him the King Kong feel, but I want to modernize the tail a little bit. So it's it's kind of the Empire State Building, but I stuck in the F-14D Tomcats for two reasons. I always wanted to draw the G.I. Joe jet. That's what it was based off of. And I always dug that jet because the F-14D Tomcat, for all you Top Gun fans out there, was actually built probably 20 minutes away from me out here on Long Island, which is pretty cool. I actually drove by and hung out next to one because there's one down a couple towns over outside as a display. And you can hang out and check it out. And you don't realize how incredibly intimidating this thing is when you sit until you stand up next to it, you know, which is pretty cool. Now our next cover, and this is the one that's winning so far. Okay, remember, when you choose a cover, it gets a vote, and that vote goes towards which monster is going to be the winner. And this is Taweret. He's the Aztec god, kind of, sort of. This is just a fire-breathing monster that really doesn't like anybody. This was written by Travis Gibb. We all know Travis Gibb. Orange Cone Studios, Broke Down in Four Bodies, Voodoo Nations, Cthulhu Invades Oz, and Wonderland. And our illustrator is Ignacio de Meglio.
Now, this one, yeah, I kind of know a little bit. That's like Amazon and logging, and he does not like that shit, and it's on. That's right, there you go.
And then when the loggers send the army in, and the people are like, oh my God, this guy shows up, and honestly, it's instant monster kicking ass for the entire story. It's really cool. I do like it a lot. So that's our buddy Taweret here. And then we're gonna I'm zooming in. And we'll go to our final monster. If I can pull up the screen.
There's Joe.
Pull up, oh, for fuck's sake.
Yeah, I just got to get something real quick.
Wonderful black and white color by our good friend Lee Reese. The story is written by Eighth World Comics boss, editor-in-chief, the king of all Eighth World Comics, Alan Johnson. And this is Chupara, based off La Chupacabra, monster that comes from the imagination of a young man. He's half lion, half rhino. So we've come to lovingly call him Lionro, Lionsaurus, things like that.
Rhino.
We all have a lot of really cool pet names for these monsters. This cover was it really has a lot of mystery behind it. It really makes you start to think like what's going on. And I actually started thinking about it the other day, Phil. I hadn't mentioned this to you because Phil's doing the colors on this one as well. This black and white cover really lends to the pages that Phil's throwing down right now, because the fight in the pages that Phil is coloring that this monster has in his original story is absolutely bananas. And it's Lee Reese draws incredibly, like he's just spectacular. But once again, the colors that Phil's throwing down, I'm gonna be honest with you, this story, like the way Phil's coloring it and the way Lee drew it, is worth just getting the book by itself for these 4 pages. Okay, I love my pages. I love what everybody else did, all the other stories, and the story that Lee that's going down, but this one really, just the way it's presented is really cool. And what's exciting about that is that Lee Reese is also drawing the final fight when all 4 of these monsters throw down and kick the ever-loving snot out of each other. So that's exciting. Now, there. Okay, so we go back there. So top left corner, that's Taweret, the Amazon tree god, kind of the walrus metal thing going on. Again, Hokoyojin. Thank you. Our penguin polar bear, top right corner. Bottom right corner is the Metal Beast Relinquished. That's my guy, human cyborg kind of going on. And on the bottom left is Chupara, the lion rhino. Got a little dog in him too, it looks like, but I don't know. That's just me. And all 4 of these guys are going to throw down thanks to that lovely alien spaceship in the middle of the screen and do some terrible things to all the people and all the things. And it's going to be great. Now, we're going to go back to the Kickstarter if that's okay.
Yep.
I want to show you guys what you guys can get. Were you guys able to see those covers?
Yeah.
Yeah. We were able to see.
Okay. Very cool. Very cool. So we're going to go back to the Kickstarter if possible.
What is happening? Who's popping in and out? What do you need?
Anytime.
Oh, are you waiting for me to? Okay.
Yeah,
I
to
got
put
you.
up the
It's
Kickstarter.
all right, my fault. I'm doing more.
All right, thank you.
Heard somebody coming
So
in.
we went through the creative teams and stuff like that. We're going to go
Thanks,
through what
Vic.
you
Thanks,
guys
Vic.
get. We're going to talk about some rewards. We're going to talk about some things, and we're going to get you to look at some artwork too. So we're going to go right back to the top. This is kind of a sample page of Phil. What's his name again?
Which one is
Chicken
this one?
Chicken Duck.
Oh,
Okoyojin.
yeah, that one. Yeah.
Remember when we were talking about the humans not really having a fair shake in this, and that's all right with us? Here we go. Lonely security guard, hearing something's going on. Security guard needs to check it out. Security guard's famous last words really aren't that great. Security guard gets metal door thrown in his face by a big polar bear penguin. And that's the end of him. So we got some fun action going on in there by Ian Miller. Then we scroll down here and you get a little harsh page. You get to see more of the monster, the beginning of the monster there, but we get to see a little harshness of the monster breaking into the facility and getting revenge on the man that created him. And then the man decides that he's not letting the monster get revenge, and he takes care of himself. Then we move on to there it is, Hungry Beast of the Amazon Towerette. So like Phil was saying, you can see the army coming in and not really being too cool with things that are going on. They want to get the loggers back in action, and they're not happy, and they're killing people. And then the monster just goes, yeah, you know what? I don't like any of you. I'm going to hang out with my temple and kill all of you. And that's what happens, which is really cool. And then this story, the Chupara, it comes from a little boy's imagination. So there's a lot of like mental telepathy kind of things going on. Now, these pages were added before Phil got to color most of them. So they're going to be updated pretty soon. But you can kind of get the idea of what's going on here. The young man and the monster have a connection, and they're putting it together. And then this monster and this young man have a connection. And that guy right there that can kick rocks, the evil boss, he's got a monster in his head too, and these two fight, and it is a hell of a fight made, again, only better by Phil's colors. Now, you have me talking about all this stuff that you're getting, that you're seeing, but what are you getting? All right, there's different levels where you can help us out to make this book and get this book in your hands, which is ultimately our goal. We want to get this book in your hands. So if you want, we understand it's tough to, I have long boxes upon long boxes, so you don't really need all that. I understand that. For $4, you can get yourself a digital copy of the book, and we'll fill that to you as soon as we're ready and get it to you, and you'll be super happy. If you want to go a step further and get the $8 digital deluxe, you'll get 4 original prints along with your digital copy. So you get some stuff to hold, to put on your wall, and a digital copy of the book. Now, for $10, you get the physical copy. Now, all the books, by the way, come with the digital copy. So that's an automatic reward for everybody, okay?
Nice.
And keep an eye on that, because we've added some more digital books, but we're going to talk about them in a little bit, okay? For $10, you can get the cover A, the physical copy of cover A, along with the digital. Thank you very much. We love you. That's great. But then we move into our variants, and this is where, again, we talk about for every variant cover you get, for each monster, you get a vote, and the monster with the most books sold is going to win the fight. I will let you know that it is not Okoyojin right here. He's got a couple sold there, but that's for $15. All the variants are only $15, and like I said, they come with the digital. Variant 2 is Relinquished, my buddy right there. Again, $15 and the digital. Towerette, who is in the lead, physical copy, digital copy for $15.
Oh yeah, everybody's loving that cover.
Look, I love that cover, and look, I'm gonna be honest. When I first saw it, because I saw it the virgin cover, I put the trade dress on everything. I looked at it real fast. I was like, it looks like he's ripping a gravity bomb, and it feels like an atomic gravity bomb. And I'm like, yeah, that's actually exactly what he looks like.
The atomic hippo.
It's right. It's the lighting in that cover that really sets it off. So I do dig it. I'll be honest. If I lose to any of them, my cover has to lose. My monster has to lose. I'm okay with being the atomic hippo. I'm okay with that. And then variant cover 4 by Lee Reese, Chupara, $15. You get this and the digital copy, and cool beans. But what if you can't choose? Cool, we got you. You can do the double up tier for $25. Get a digital copy of the book and 2 covers of whichever 2 monsters you choose, and each cover will go as a vote towards respective monster. Fair? Fair. We thought so. Now, you really wanted to get into it. You wanted to go crazy. You couldn't pick. Cool. Get yourself all 5 covers. The main cover and all the monster covers. Cool. And for being that kind of a collector, we're gonna throw in a Kaiju Mania magnet and a Kaiju Mania t-shirt.
What's up, Armando? Thanks for coming in.
Sorry,
Armando.
What's up, man?
Sorry, I'm late, guys.
No, you're good, brother. You're good.
We're just drawing these dudes, right? That's what we're
Yep,
doing.
just drawing some monsters.
All right, man.
All right, so we have some stretch goals. We were a little late with them, but we added them, and we got a lot of great things. And we wanted to say thank you and reward all our amazing backers. And this is, remember when we were talking about more PDFs, more digital books? Well, this is what we'll go. We've already unlocked our first digital goal, which is a PDF copy, a digital copy of The Killing Machine, Book 1 of The Hand of God, by Darwin S. Cape and Michael Fortin. Okay? We've also unlocked Warlash Biobertum. And that's yes, man. That's Edgar Passon's American Kaiju 1 and 3. And it's really a lot of fun. Now, we're one backer away from unlocking this awesome tier. 40 backers, and it's going to unlock Edgar Passon's American Kaiju 1 through 3. Okay, and it's going to be a lot of fun. The Jersey Devil, Chupacabra, the Beast of Busco, all sorts of stuff in American Kaiju. You will get, everybody will get, once we get our 40th backer, everybody will get these 3 books. So imagine that's a digital copy of our book. You already got these 2 that you're getting. Frank Forte's Warlash on The Killing Machine. We get the 40 backers. We're going to unlock all 3 issues of American Kaiju. So that's, if I do my math, that's 6 digital books we got coming to you. Okay? Lots of action right there.
Mhm.
Now, when we go to 1,500, we're going to unlock another 2 digital comics by Greg Mockwin, Seer Nova Scales 1 and Ink number 1. We're going to unlock those. And that's at $1,500. At $2,000, and this is where it gets, we storm into the world of Bad Girl Comics. I was trying to figure out how to, tap into that market. I was like, do I have to draw a kaiju with big boobs? Like, what do I have to do? And I couldn't figure it out. Luckily, the homies were there and they had our backs. At $2,000, every single backer, on top of all the other PDFs that you already get, all the other digital books that you're going to get a copy of Niobe number 1, and you're going to get a copy from Atrocity Press, you're going to get a digital copy of Mary Machine Gun Reloaded. So that's
very cool.
That's 2, 4, 7, 8, 9, including ours. That's 10 digital books that you're going to get a copy of. And we got a couple more in the works. So that number is going to rise. So as we keep going, we're unlocking all these digital books for you and stuff like that. So lots of fun things. And like I said, we've also added, I know one tier that I can tell you for sure that's going to be added. It's a one and done. I'm offering the original art of the cover that I did for the Relinquished, cover 2. So you'll get the original art, a digital cover, a regular cover, obviously, and all these PDFs, plus a Kaiju Mania t-shirt for only $150. And that's only for one backer. Once that happens, it's gone. Because I only got one original cover. So, and then I can pull out of here.
Oh, and Ick, this is in the chat. Hey, what's good seeing you, brother?
Ichthus, how are you? Good to see you, Total Excellence. How are you, sir? It's been a long time. Good to see you, man.
It's been a while.
It's been a while, right? It's been a little while since we've seen him. So, yeah, that's what's going on. Now, I know I got into going, but Joe was painting and everybody was going. Questions, comments, concerns, deep thoughts?
There's no deep thoughts in this conversation.
Well, that's the thing. But, I want anybody that might have a question about what we're doing or if we missed anything or what we're adding, please.
Especially
dive
any questions. Yeah, especially any questions for anybody who's watching who's like, what's down for this? I'm down for that. If you're in the chat, ask questions for sure.
Please, we are here for you to get
Armando, what are you drawing? What are you
I'm drawing that hippo dude.
The Atomic Hippo.
Chupara, the Atomic Hippo. Sick.
Nice. Oh, I see him off to the side there. I got your
Oh yeah,
Chupara, I'm gonna refresh here. See.
Oh yeah.
I would love
epic.
I would love to get to 40 backers during this stream. That would be really cool. That would be really, really cool.
Oh, it looks like Mr. Chris McCauley may stop over and grace us, man.
That would be very nice. I know he just got back to the continent.
He said he may.
I did. I did.
Not only does he write, but he does line work and color stuff too. And I think
very
when
cool. Yeah.
drops in. I think that's what he's going to be doing.
He's in, but I think what is wanted from him is maybe a camera. Is that the reason why you can't come in all the way? Let me try again.
Can you hear me, guys?
Yeah, we can hear
Yeah,
you,
we
but
can
he's
hear you.
not coming in all the way.
There's no screen at all.
I've got terrible internet connection.
Okay.
That's the reason why, lads. So I can maybe flick my camera on quickly.
Oh, there we go.
Hello, and I'll flick it
Hello.
off again because
Good to see you, man.
the internet I have is not great, so I don't want to drop off. But that is indeed
I
me,
understand.
the real Chris McCauley. Yes.
Well, I'm gonna, if I may, Joe, I wanted to, Chris. It's finally good to see you put a face to the name.
Yeah.
And I'm really glad that you and I got to, I mean, across an ocean for the most
Yes.
part, got to work together on this. This is the first time I've really had a chance to, like, in person, live, as close as we can be live, to ask you, how'd I do with Relinquish?
Am I allowed to swear in this? Or we keep?
Yeah, go ahead. You're good.
It was fucking amazing what you did. There you go. It was amazing. I really enjoyed working with you, mate. When I write a script, I try and leave space for the artist to come in and interpret, the narrative, the characters. I always want it to be a collaboration between myself and the artist. So
Very good.
yeah, you did an incredible job, and everything that I saw every time I was seeing the pencils, the inks, the colors, whenever the colors were coming in, the whole thing was just incredible to see.
Well, thank you. I appreciate that. And then I'm going to turn that back around. You absolutely gave me a lot of room to get myself in and figure things out. And I really appreciate that. And I don't know if you knew the story. These are my first sequentials in 5 years.
Oh, okay.
I hadn't drawn sequentials. Thank you. I hadn't drawn sequentials in a while, but you definitely gave. I felt so comfortable. I was like, wow, it's like he's writing it for me. And what was even better was the collaboration part. The gentleman up there, Mr. Phil, he's the colorist, and again, we're friends. So I was able to, like, okay, this is the way he wrote this. So I'm doing this. What do you think about color? So I was drawing it not only from what you gave me, which is, the collab part, but then you got to, like, by third person, got to collab with Phil a little bit, because I got him to get in to throw down his stuff and work his little tricks and magic to really, pop off the pages and make them a little bit different than everything else in the book.
Yeah, Phil's colors basically made it all very vibrant, and it's just incredible. This is what's nice. Let me see. I'm just going to try and pop the camera on again. There we go. So what's really nice about our collaboration is that for me as a writer, I write the script. The script's kind of a blueprint. The artist comes and takes that and sort of brings it to life a little, and then the colorist comes in like a rock star and just makes it incredibly vibrant. I thought, we've got some of that on screen now. I can see. Yeah. So there he is. There's my little.
There's your guy.
There's my little monster creation.
And before anyone asks, really quickly, yes, he kind of looks like Sloth from the Goonies. Yes, I did that on purpose. He does look like Sloth from the Goonies.
Yeah. So, there. Yeah. So, I think it's great. It's a very enjoyable collaboration. It's a project that I'm very proud to be part of. I think everybody who reads the comics is going to enjoy it. Like the other issues, they're all equally incredible. So it's a fantastic project, guys.
Yeah, it's a lot of fun. It's a lot of fun.
Definitely.
See, and it's funny because we're on opposite ends of the spectrum, Chris, and that's what I really like about this book a lot too. We have creators such as yourself, who your resume is just ridiculous, and guys like Travis Gibb, whose resume in indie comics is incredible, and then you got guys like me. I'm the underground graffiti guy. I'm the guy going out and painting on walls in the subway and stuff like that. So,
but I'll interrupt you there about that. I'll tell you my philosophy on this. When I collaborate with somebody, it's an equal collaboration.
That's how it felt. That's exactly how it felt. We all everybody feels welcome to throw ideas at each other. Everybody's welcome to talk to each other and figure out, hey, what do you think about this? What should we do here? And not even just on the projects that we're working on, like on the Kickstarter, how should we do this? How should we market it? Like we're all working together on that, and I like that's really cool. It's very, I mean, I hate to say it, I'm going to make Joe laugh. It's very kumbaya, but I like it a lot. But it was really cool though. It was like a very, like we all really just got together. I really think that comes from Alan. What do you think, Phil?
Yeah. Alan's great to work under, man. I mean, he's really passionate about this book. You can really tell it in his shows, man. And he's excited about it. Things are rolling pretty well, and I think it lets us all feel a little at ease that it's going really well, and of course. And it's just been, I've had a blast working on this one, whether it was the relinquished pages or Lion-O.
That's never, we're never going to stop that. We're always going to be calling them the wrong name, all of them. Although I like that hour. I'm sorry.
Oh, go ahead, man. I'm sorry.
That's a great
out
angle
loud.
right there. That is a fantastic angle right there. I love the angle, the over the shoulder, Armando. I love that.
Oh, look at I'm drooling. All the Copics up there, man. I'm drooling.
Oh, God. Here we go. Here, Phil. I'm really gonna ruin your night then.
Oh no. Oh.
And this is just my travel set. This is just the travel set. Peanut butter, Max. Peanut butter. I can't stand Nutella. I don't like the flavor, and the consistency looks too much like
Oh my God.
What?
Both. I like both together. There you go, man.
Ooh, wait, that's interesting because the peanut butter might, take care
Peanut
of
butter
that
and
texture.
chocolate, hell yeah,
It's
man.
not necessarily chocolate. Is it?
To me, Nutella seems chocolate-like.
That's fair. That's fair. I had somebody, and I made it for them. I didn't try it. I made a Nutella milkshake for them once.
All right, just to let everyone know we got Joy in here. Joy Enriquez.
What's up,
Oh,
Joy?
Party.
I just joining in before I
Yay.
speak.
Jump in, have fun.
Yeah. All right, so are you going to be doing one of the monsters, or do you have your own thing going on?
I could do one of the monsters.
All right, cool.
It might not look like much, but I'll try my best.
All right, cool. I'm still stuck on my background. I can't get my background right.
Just to give everyone some context. Usually I draw sexy girls, so
Yes.
Okay, no, wait, stop. That's perfect. Wait,
Sexy.
I know where you're going.
Stop, hold on. Stop.
no.
Time out. Because we were having look, our buddies are the creators of Niobe and Atrocity Press. Max is in the chat. He's laughing right now.
Yeah.
And Phil knows what I'm going to say. We were talking about that, like exactly. We prefer sexy girls. If you, Joy, I don't want to take you out of your comfort box, but I still also want to, stay with the theme of our book, Kaiju Mania. So please, do you think you could draw a sexy monster girl?
Sexy monster girl. Okay.
Like, you could start with the base of the sexy girl and then turn her into a monster.
Sexy girl monster.
I'm telling
Sexy
you.
monster girl. Okay.
Watch us get a 20% bump right now. Just because we're making. I was gonna draw it if it didn't happen and make that a tier, just so the bad girl tier.
Oh wow. That would be amazing.
Yeah, you could do it. You could do it sexy.
We're gonna make it happen.
You could
We're
do
gonna
a
make it
sexy
happen.
monster
I wanna-
girl with tentacles and.
No, that's hentai.
We're gonna try to make this ass
It doesn't bother,
family
it wouldn't bother
friendly.
me.
We got to see the
Bother.
butt of the monster and the chest of the monster. So there's got to be a whole flip.
Well, it's a monster, so the spine dynamics don't go into play.
Yeah.
Of course.
See, we're on a level. We're on the same level here. We
can
got
go
a
crazy
conversation.
here.
We're tracking.
That's what I like to see. Go crazy. I love it. Let's go.
Oh, geez, Max. Booby sell books. Monster booby sell monster books.
He's not wrong. We said, okay, maybe it's because Max and I had like no sleep for 24 hours, but we both agreed to that very easily this morning. It's like that would make sense. That's that's on brand. Or I'm just
We lost Vic. Why do we keep losing people? Vic, you good?
I need to talk to Vic later because he had mentioned something months ago to me about Procreate and putting it on screen, and I completely forgot because I didn't write it down. And I need him, so we need Vic to come back. Phil, if you have to get
here.
for Vic to come
He's
back,
here.
I'll kick Phil. No, kick Phil out anyway.
No, he's
It's, of course. Isn't that the usual routine?
Just kick Phil out. It'll be okay until
There's more than enough people, and there's more than enough space. Every once in a while, until you get your darker inks on there, Armando, you're gonna have to play nice with us and let us see the magic that you're making.
Oh yeah, sorry.
Monster magic.
Yeah, just kind of trying to draw. I don't know, something kind of, but with multiple characters, I guess.
Oh, nice.
Yeah, I think on it because I don't know if I'll probably do it anyway.
Okay.
Now we gotta. I redesigned the Chupara, the hippo, the atomic hippo, has some metal on him. The other two don't, but obviously relinquished by Monster here is a cyborg. But he's the only one that has like tools. Like he has that big jetpack missile launcher on his shoulder, and I got to tell you, I've designed it like 14 times to get it looking like something. And yeah, I like that addition, Chris.
Sorry, what was that? Sorry. I lost the concentration there for a moment.
The addition of the missile launcher.
Oh yeah, it's great. Yeah.
The fact that he's the only one with toys.
Yeah. Well, that was the whole premise. The military thing, go nuts. And whenever Alan said to me, at the end there's going to be a big battle and a big face-off, I wanted my guy to have, to have as much as he had at his disposal. He was going to fuck people up.
Yeah.
Right. So that's what I was thinking about. I did actually watch Universal Soldier.
Yeah. Okay.
A month or two before writing that, so there might have been a little influence on that with Universal Soldier 1.
That's fair.
But it's a good film. I can't say it's a good film series because most of it's crap, but it's
a fun film.
It's a real fun film from childhood.
It's a fun film. It's a popcorn. I tell people all the time, like, it doesn't necessarily have to be Citizen Kane. As long as I eat a bunch of popcorn during the film, I don't care. Like, people, how do you like the Michael Bay Transformers? I'm like, I ate like 2 buckets of popcorn during that movie. It was great.
Yeah. Yeah, well, Megan Fox sold that film, didn't she?
It helped.
Yeah.
She helped.
That was that whole thing. Yeah, like I love 90s action films. People don't know them, but I'm a big fan of them. Recently I watched Time Cop. I'd never seen it before.
Time Cop was great.
Yeah, I thought it was fun. And I think that's the problem with comics and entertainment now. We're moving away from fun, and we're constantly analyzing everything. And that's what I love about this comic series because it's fun. I'm not sitting trying to write Tolstoy levels of depth. I'm just creating something that's damn good,
I had said that in comics in general, and why it's everything Marvel and DC were putting out was this big tie over with these universe changing ramifications. I'm like, what happened with Spider-Man stopping a bank robbery every once in a while? Like, why can't he do that? Because that was fun. Just so that this book was definitely just fun. Yeah. It was an opportunity to look, like I said, it's violent, but that's okay because it's monsters.
It's fun violence.
It really is.
I was trained by a 2000 AD creator, Pat Mills. So if anyone knows anything about 2000 AD, it's one of the most violent comics. Well, sorry, it was one of the most violent comic books out there with Dread and stuff. And I remember I was writing Dread. The first writing gig I had was doing some Dread stuff, and I showed Pat what I'd done, and he said it's not violent enough.
Okay, I have to fanboy for a little bit, just for a quick second. I'm gigantic fan of 2000 AD.
Yeah.
Like tremendous. Like I had no problem paying the extra shipping for the subscription because I wanted the actual magazine in my hands.
Yep.
I have them stacked all over the place. I have from new and old,
Mhm.
just stacks and stacks of Judge Dredd.
Mhm.
I discovered Simon Fraser through 2000 AD. I got to watch Adventures of Nikolai Dante, or something that I absolutely adore.
Yeah.
I think it's just a fantastic series. Learned a lot about inking from him too, just watching him and some of his YouTube videos and stuff like that.
Yeah.
So yeah, 2000 AD is
Did somebody say Dread?
Yeah, Phil
Right?
Stratt's great. Phil Stratt there is just.
There you go.
I mean,
Remember this one, Joe?
that's classic Stallone there, isn't it? Almost. It's Stallone helmet.
almost, yeah.
Yeah, and I liked Stallone. I actually liked Stallone film when I was a kid growing up. I thought it was great. It slammed so much in there.
It was
And I
a
mean,
fun movie.
It's a fun film. I mean, Pat talked about it, and whenever we discussed things, he said it was, it got a shot upon from a great height by many people, but he was walking on the sets, and he was on a film site with all these buildings that he had created, the characters that he had crafted, and they were running around, and he was looking at the Lawmaster, he was looking at all the stuff, and it was all there in large life. And my interpretation of Dreads, but he's a bit of an anti-hero, but I think he is very firmly a hero. And the reason why I think he's a hero is because Mega City 1 is a crazy fucking shithole of a place. You wouldn't want to live there. And you've got to have that sort of extreme understanding of law, because the place is just so violent and crazy. I don't see Dredd as a robot either. I see him as a functioning human being who's been conditioned to live in a perpetual war zone. Because Dredd's actually got an awful lot of stuff, and that's why I like the Carl Urban film, because you can.
Yeah, I loved it.
Oh,
There's
that's
a
a
little
sin that there wasn't a sequel to that movie.
Well,
Absolute
there's a
sin.
TV series. There is a TV
I know.
series.
I've heard there is a TV series in the works. Just for the record, hey Phil, we lost Vic again. Vic, you're going in and out, brother. Just for the record, this is not Judge Dredd's jaw. This is actually my jaw. I designed it off of my own when I did a reference. So that is Joe Tolliver in the red.
Joe is the law.
Yeah.
I'm the law. Anyway, just a little fun fact on that piece.
That was
We
a
all-
fun piece to work
we all-
on, man.
Take pictures of our hands. So that in that instance, I took pictures of my mouth because teeth are so pronounced in that thing, and I knew I was going to jack it up if I didn't have a reference. So anyway, just a little fun. Very nice, very nice. I popped
It
out.
works,
because I've been drying my canvas off for like the last 10 minutes, and it's still garbage. So I'm frustrated.
If it makes you feel any better, Joe, right now you hear my fan in the background. You're usually doing it, but in my on my table right now, getting ready for tomorrow because I have to go string them all. On my table across from me are probably 12 canvases that I just sealed.
Yeah.
That I'm fanning down so they could dry off, so I can wire them and get them ready for tomorrow. Wait, let me grab and see if it's dry for you. Hold on, I'll make you feel better.
I'm just trying to set the background for this giant monster that's going to be coming through. That it isn't.
There
working.
you go.
Lovely piece of work. Yeah.
We'll see what happens. We'll make it work.
Oh God,
See, Joy's made a start on.
I know. I was going to say, let me pull Joy's in because I wanted to give us a little bit of a warm up because I can already see the eyes coming in on the monster. So we need to be prepped for a sexy monster.
I
Before
want
we
to
even do anything.
guys. I'm not
There
gonna
we
look.
go.
Yes, yes.
Just to warn everyone, you all wanted it.
Nice.
We all
we will,
agreed
we
on
will
it.
talk when you're done. We will talk about me purchasing this.
Nice. So those are horns coming out of the sides.
No,
Right,
actually,
don't ruin it
those
for
will
me,
be teeth.
Well, I'll tell you what. Since
Well,
you
I
guys-
just wanted to make sure if it was teeth or horns or if it was tentacles, because tentacles you can do a whole lot with tentacles if we're talking.
Let her let her work the
Moving.
magic, Joe. Let her
All
work
right,
the
all
magic.
right. I'll move.
Well,
I'll move on.
since you guys are illustrating and drawing, what I'll do is I could write a short story for Joyce Monster while we're here.
Oh my
Mm.
god. I
And we
love
can
it.
read that out, just a couple of paragraphs. Maybe do that. Like you
Yeah,
could
why not?
For
Let's do
sure.
it.
That is
start at that. So
amazing.
I'll let you guys talk amongst yourselves, and
I love it.
Hey, that
Okay.
works great. We've done that on the Zen Den before. Me and we had Max
Come on.
Ryder come in, and I was like, everybody, I want you to draw. It's like, I could draw stick figures, and it's like, I'm going to write instead.
Okay.
He wrote like 5 pages of a little monster anthology, and then he ended up having me and Warren turn it into a little 5-page short. So that's always cool to do.
okay.
Max
Well,
has all sorts of
Oh,
great
yeah.
stuff.
the challenge has been laid down. I'm not sure if we can do 5 pages at the minute. I'm suffering from serious jet lag. I have to be honest with you,
Mm.
but I will write something, and it will be for Joyce Monster.
That's so
So
awesome.
I'm just going to drop off my camera and mic for a bit, do a bit of writing, and then I'll be back.
Sounds
That's
great.
so
Thanks, Chris. Cool. Do it.
There you go, Joe. There. That'll make you feel. Does that make you feel better, Joe? Got some canvases too. Does that make you feel better?
Where are we at? Where am I seeing these canvases at?
Right.
Oh, you're not up on the screen. It's freezing. I don't know what's going on. Or maybe it's just on my side.
Oh, can you hear me?
You're frozen on from me. Are you guys seeing what
No,
he's
he's
doing?
moving.
I'm seeing
I could see him. Let's see.
All right, I guess it's just on my side
Am I
then.
moving? Am I moving?
There
No,
you
Am I
go.
moving?
Yeah,
you're
you
frozen
see
on my
mine.
side, but you're good on yours. So just
Can you
ignore
see
me.
it, Joe?
I can see you off screen, but not on screen.
Okay, well,
Joe's a
we'll use
boomer.
that then.
I'm a boomer.
His internet's a boomer right now.
Yeah, it's part
So
of the
that's-
problem. It is what it is. But yeah, those canvases look beautiful, man. Great.
I figured that's right up the Joe Tolliver alley right there.
It looks good.
This is just layers and layers and layers and layers and layers. Yeah, I thought you'd get a kick out of that. It's not all comic book characters. Sometimes it's skulls.
It's not all ceremony and sake.
I'm telling you, sometimes it is.
Yep. Vic is taking over because my internet is not working, I guess.
That's funny because I thought for sure it was going to be mine that was going to shit the bed.
I got it. I'm rusty though. I haven't streamed in a while, so I forgot
Vic,
how to do it.
I do have a question for you.
Oh shoot.
Last time I was on, when it was Thursday Freestyle, months ago, because I'm on Procreate, and you told me that you had a program or a website that I could use to stream my Procreate from my tablet to a screen so I can share a screen. What was that, please, sir?
Was Air Server.
Okay,
You using a PC?
I'm on a PC laptop right now, but my tablet's an iPad, obviously.
Yeah, it's called Air Server for Windows.
So if you could message that in the group chat for me,
Yeah.
that would be absolutely incredible because you would actually be like doing me a great service, and I'll appreciate you forever, no matter what Joe says. Okay, so there we go.
All right. Is there anybody in this chat that is interested and really looking forward to watching the new Top Gun movie?
No.
I mean, I'll wait till it's free.
Because I want to say something, and I got to get it off my chest, but I don't want to ruin the movie for anybody. But I also know that what I'm going to say isn't really going to ruin the movie for you. It's just bizarre. It's so bizarre to me that whoever produced this movie didn't think not to do what they did. Like, it really is bizarre to me. But I'll be quiet. I don't want to ruin anything because people may be watching it later. But dang, this thing bothers me.
I'm definitely not watching it.
Come back after a week. If anyone follows me on Facebook anyway, you'll see I'll probably bitch about it anyway.
What I'm looking forward to is seeing the Obi-Wan series, man.
Oh, I watched that. That was great, man.
I've already caught up on Star Trek Strange New Worlds, which I am impressed
You're
with.
digging it?
I'm digging it, man. It feels like
Right.
Star Trek for a change.
You didn't like the last stuff?
No, not really. Not STD. I mean Star Trek Discovery. I felt that only felt like Star Trek in name
Discovery.
only.
STD.
It just felt like I don't know. It just felt like mainstream sci-fi and more pew pew than it just didn't feel Star Trek to me, man.
Well, Discovery the one that that's the new one, right? That they made right alongside. It was right before they made Picard, right?
Yeah.
Yeah. So that one, I enjoyed it. I could see why you didn't feel like it was Star Trek. I like a little violence in my Star Trek, so that was like a big thing when Star Trek had they were doing their bit on the space station. What was that one called?
Deep Space Nine.
Yeah, Deep Space Nine. Like I liked it. It started touching on the fact that in this infinite galaxy that there's going to be violence, and the original Star Trek had Klingons and stuff like that going on. But like that's part of Star Trek that I like, that little mix between the two. So I liked Discovery. For me, I mean, it was just gorgeous. Like the visuals were beautiful.
Yeah, that was all good. Yeah,
that
part was good.
How she ascended, I wasn't a big fan of. I thought it was kind of like weird that she had to start from being like in prison. I was like, what are we doing right now? Like, well, what's like? I know what's going to happen. She's going to be captain. So what is this process? So I thought that was really odd. But other than that, I was pretty impressed by the story.
I didn't like the way they did the Klingons. That bugged me.
Oh yeah,
in both look and just everything with them, man.
Agreed. Yeah, no, the redesigns on some classic character designs, like, no, that's not okay. But I haven't seen the new one yet, and I never watched the one from. Never mind. I'm not going to get into that because I can't remember.
Strange New Worlds you haven't seen yet?
Was it Strange New Worlds? Is that what it's called?
That's the new one. The one with Pike as the captain. It's good. It is freaking good, dude.
Oh, nice.
And they do a good mix of like what you're talking about. You liked with the action and stuff, and like the regular old school Star Trek, where they're just they're doing a little bit of character development on the characters in each one, not heavily, but they have the overarching like one story kind of thing where they go meet new people, figure out what's up, fix it, maybe fight. It's really good, man. I was surprised. I'm really digging it.
How are we doing? How's Armando's screen looking? That looks good.
Oh yeah, can you guys see? Sorry, I don't know.
You're frozen on my end, but I think you're good on everybody else's. So
okay.
Yeah, he's moving.
Okay, good. It's so weird that I have control over everything. I can move everything, but then people just randomly freeze. But yet my computer doesn't freeze. It doesn't make any sense.
Probably the restream, because StreamYard does some of the same weird stuff. Sometimes everybody's connection will be fine, but it's still going weird on the screen.
Mm-hmm. Get some super close-ups here. Let's see where Vic's doing mainstream. Let's pull up his. Looking super sexy, Jake. And I'm definitely talking about the top of your head, not your drawing. Yeah, man, your textures are just out of this world with your inks, man. I mean, seriously, you got a whole nother level.
Thanks, man.
Yeah, I'm loving it. I'm only slightly jealous. Slightly jealous. Not enough where I want to like sabotage your career or anything and take over all of your work, but pretty close. Not. Man, it is just really incredible. How are you getting some of those like the almost like a dirty sort of ink? Almost it's not like ink wash. It's almost like you're taking a. It's almost like you're taking a. You're simulating almost like you're taking a piece of paper and then swiping the ink slightly to make that.
Just different brushes. Whatever the brushes come with, like Procreate and stuff like that. I use all of these and play around with them to get a texture I like.
Nice.
Procreate, do they use the same brushes as Photoshop and Manga Studio and stuff, or are they?
I believe they.
There's like some standard ones.
They can use them. Procreate, you can bring them from Photoshop. I'm not sure about
import them over. Cool.
You can import them. You can also create your own. I know there's a bunch of people that have different brush sets for Procreate, and they've made their own stuff. Like I made. We were talking about the cover I did for Kaiju Mania. That was a cloud brush I made in Procreate, just so I can get my clouds a little, look like a wet a really super wet watercolor brush.
Nice.
I love Procreate. I absolutely love it. So much fun. And I keep finding, I don't know, and obviously Vic is on, God level with it, but I keep finding new, but even if it's by accident, like new things, like, oh, I can do this. Hey, so I don't know if that's the same for you, Vic. Maybe I'm still a noob at it, but
No, yeah, you just got to play around with it because it honestly took me a while. There was a big learning curve for me.
What did you use before that?
I was traditional before that.
Oh, okay.
Yeah, I did everything traditional.
It's really easy going.
I went digital because I really I mess up a lot. So digital helps me kind of skip that.
So you went straight from traditional into Procreate. You didn't use any other digital programs.
I'd only used Photoshop, but only for colors. I never used it for drawing with it.
Yeah.
I had given a try. I had tried Clip Studio, but I didn't care for it that much.
Mm-hmm.
And I'd really stopped trying until I got a Procreate to draw digitally. And the moment I got it, I loved it. I like
I feel the same.
I like the control of it. I like the feel of it. It just works for me. I was able to. I used to draw really slow because you can see I have all these scribbly blue lines in my background. Here, let's see. All these scribbly blue lines. I draw like that. I draw very loose. I like to scribble everything, and it saves me time by I could still draw like that and then come back and do like all the detail. Like I'll show you this one I just did. I don't know if you guys saw this one, but this was Lee Giles Godsend.
I was actually going to ask you to pull that one up. Yeah, we got it. Oh, I see. It's coming up. I just don't see it. I'll be quiet.
Yeah, I do. I do that with this one too. Like it's just all the blue lines. It's very loose, and then I do the majority of my drawing in ink now. I don't even bother trying to draw with pencil anymore, because then I can get the nice tight lines, and then I don't have to do it twice. Because I'm kind of lazy.
That makes sense.
And I don't want to do it twice.
Well, if you're doing both pencils and inks anyhow, that makes sense, man.
Yeah. Yeah, I was against digital in the beginning. I didn't really care for it too much. But yeah, it's been a lifesaver. I can get work done so much faster now, and not have to worry about messing up like I did before.
Sorry, I was lost.
Oh, what? Who? What?
I got lost. Sorry, I got lost. That's what happens when you get people drawing and stuff. It suddenly just gets quiet.
Must have got lost somewhere down the line.
Look, I'm also spacing out, so whatever.
Well, you've been up for a while, brother.
Yes, I have. And I just got the email I was waiting for tomorrow's show. We have been moved indoors. Because, Phil, I did get your weather.
Yeah, I told you to be coming through soon, man.
I thought it was coming. The thing was, it's coming. It's here now, right? So it's like, okay, cool. It's here now. What does that mean for us in general? Well, because it was supposed to be outside, the outside is just going to be shit. So you might as well just stay inside tomorrow. Even though it might be nicer, the ground is just going to be disgusting.
Oh, yeah.
And you really don't want to, people walking around all drunk because it's a beer fest I'm doing so.
Well, guys, I've finished my story.
Oh,
Jesus
nice.
Christ.
Nice.
I'm going to read it now because I have to jump off.
Okay.
This is called The Pain of Arts. So this is Joy's monster.
Mhm.
She comes to my bed at night, straddling my body. Her eyes blaze like fire as she drinks in my fear. Her horns glisten as the soft moonlight enters the apartment window. I craft at her from dream, a nightmare of lust and longing. She bares her teeth as my eyes widen. The stink of her fills my nostrils, and I gag with a mixture of desire and disgust. Striking like a cobra, her teeth cuts deeply. My neck opens to the marks of her rough passion. Her body slithers over mine. Thick mucus entangles around my pubic hair, creating a mess of rolling necking. Her head tilts back. The sapphire jewel embedded in her forehead glints in the light. My memory of her creation is vague, elements drawn from cultural myth brought to life by stains of ink from a thin brush. She wasn't supposed to be real, but my frustration, time, angst, and yet my blood and tears spent on the page made her so. An artist's delusion, a poetic madness born of an inability to dream. As my blood flows over the edge of the bed, her tongue rolls from her impossibly wide jaw. It's black and putrid. As it curls around my neck, drinking greedily of all I can offer, finally I am put to sleep. So it's just a little piece of prose about artists not being able to sleep because they're caught up in their own creations.
God damn, sir.
Nice.
God damn.
That made it sound like a legend. Wow.
Right?
It's just something I'm really tired, so it was just something I put together. But it's my way of saying thanks, guys, for all the hard work you all put in for us writers. I do a bit of inking and coloring and all sorts of things too, so I can kind of get it. Not to the level that you guys do, but I appreciate it. And sometimes what we craft on paper stays with us for a very long time until eventually it comes to life and puts us to sleep.
That was
Oh, yeah.
fantastic, though, man. Wow.
Yeah, brother.
Yeah.
It was fun to listen to.
That really was.
Right,
We
guys?
gotta,
Yes, Ryan?
I'm like, we got to figure something out to get you to I got to talk to Alan about maybe like turning that into a quick little side story or something.
Do that. I could turn it into a pro story if you want it to be a Kickstarter goal. If you want a sort of exclusivity type story for a Kickstarter goal, I'll do it for you.
I'll talk to Alan and we'll all chat and we'll obviously we will bring Joy in as well, and
Yeah.
we'll have once I talk to Alan and see what he wants to do, we'll take it forward because that's holy shit, that was cool. And I'm talking to both of you, the drawing and the words, like holy shit, that's really cool.
Yeah, well, I was inspired by Joy's drawing here, so it's nice to be the writer's inspired by the art. Sometimes it's the other way around, but
And you all laughed at me because you thought I was sleep deprived when I said sexy monster.
Did you say deprived?
Maybe,
Deprived?
maybe.
Yes, you are definitely sleep deprived.
I am. Luckily, the venue is walking distance from my house tomorrow. So
Right, guys, I'm going to head off. But listen,
All
it's
right,
a
brother.
pleasure to be here. Thanks
have a
for
good night, sir.
thanks for letting me be part of this. And
Appreciate it.
I'll catch
We'll
up.
talk.
there.
We'll talk during the week and update you as the. I mean, we're still going. We're at 1100. We're still going.
Yeah, and stay in touch. We'll be doing another Zen Den, and you're more than welcome to drop in there when I do, man.
I'll jump in and if you guys want to chat about my Dracula work or Terminator or Doctor Who or anything that I've been working on, I'm fine with that too.
Hell yeah.
That'd be great. That'd be absolutely amazing.
Right, guys. Guys,
All right,
Have a good
brother.
night, sir.
Very
We'll
nice
talk to you
to
Have a good one.
meet you.
He just blew my mind.
Yeah, that was really cool. It sounded like a legend being passed down.
Yeah, it really did. Like we were by the fireplace or something, you know?
Yeah.
Did that put any pressure on you, Joy? Like, did you feel like, oh my God?
A little bit. But
you
you definitely
did-
got the slither part because I was planning for this to be like a snake.
Well, I'm telling you, you're knocking it out of the park. That's absolutely amazing. Like, I'm about to stop drawing. I'm watching all you guys. I'm like, I'll just stop drawing now. They don't need me. I'll just sit here and look pretty.
I'm just drawing to make sure that my mouth doesn't run too much. So that is, if I'm busy working, I'll be quiet.
Then it gets scary. What's he up to?
Yeah, it's like Phil's quiet. Uh-oh. It's like when you got a kid and you don't hear them in the other room making noise. You're like, oh shit, what are they doing?
I don't have kids, but I have cats. Have you heard the cat? No. Oh shit.
Oh shit.
Where's the cat? Find
So-
the cat.
It's starting to make some kind of shapes and colors that I like, but it is just a muddy mess.
Well, that's what I'm going to be honest with you. Sometimes that happens, and I can't see it. Sometimes that happens when you just keep going, but you got
Yeah.
four. Actually, bro, the light you got in the center there,
Yeah.
it's giving you that like creepy forest.
Yeah.
If
So
that's
I
what you're going for.
just need to fine tune it and find a way to sort of
Well,
harness
let
it.
me see. I missed it, man. I was looking at Photoshop. Oh, cool.
So it's gonna be like a foresty elements with like water coming down,
Oh yeah, I can
and
see
then
it.
some elements on the side, and then the creature will be in the center mass, just like kind of coming at the camera.
Nice.
Oh,
Channel your inner Bob Ross.
you nailed that light.
Yeah, that looks really cool.
It really
Yeah.
does.
He's painting some happy little kaiju.
Just a little happy kaiju's.
Exactly.
And if anyone's new hasn't seen it, you guys this is still working on becoming one of the stretch goals for this piece. I don't know what you guys are going to do with it, but I think there's going to be a poster.
Alan knows. He has that all mapped out and planned.
Yep. So most everybody here knows. You guys have seen it. I've put it on my social media. But anyway, a lot of fun putting this together. You guys can kind
We
of see
appreciate it, Joe.
Yeah, brother.
Joe came in like gangbusters when we're launching the project.
Yeah.
He's like, mine. I'm like, okay. And next thing you know, he's painting. I'm like, oh shit, all right. Joe's throwing it down. Joe is announcing his presence with authority.
He's
All right.
playing.
Really wasn't.
That
I'm
was
like, all right.
that was a 4-hour painting. Didn't take me long to make that at all.
It's funny how some will take 4 hours. You know, and it's like, yeah,
Some will
cool.
take 4 days.
Right.
Some will-
You
Well,
never
I have-
know.
I have one that's I've been working on for 2 years, so I understand.
Yeah. That Batman piece I've been working on for months, but I think the big thing is learning blending and for the skin tones and things like that. But like with these monster ones, that's like just fun. Like just go at it, throw the paint down,
Yeah.
figure.
That's it.
So like for this background piece, I can get away with leaving it out of focus. Like, oh,
Yes, you can.
it's not tight. No, it's out of focus,
It's
So
monster.
it's too easy. I just got to get my my monster in focus. So anyway, we are hitting 1 hour and 30 minutes, and I am super pumped. We've come up with a story. We've got a new kaiju that's being formed as we speak. We had some learning technique elements from Vic, which was fantastic. We got Armando that's killing it, I'm assuming, because I can't for some reason get him to go in real time for me. But I can see it on the side here. So he's got some stuff that's looking great. This is everything I wanted it, I want to make a space for creators to just make art,
Oh,
but also gives a chance to sort of play with people's IPs that are already out there so we can help highlight each other at the same time. So good stuff. Yeah, Armando, once you said you were going to do this, man, I was like, okay, that's game on. Perfect. That's like right. I mean, kaiju monsters for Armando is like, it's like butter on popcorn. Like, what do you want?
Oh,
Thanks,
yeah.
man.
Yeah, I don't know.
Appreciate it.
I've been, golly, how long I've been stalking you online, Armando? It's been probably
Man.
6 years now.
Yeah, since the beginning, it seems like. Like, leave me alone, all right? No, I'm just kidding. I'm just kidding.
I was like, how much you
No,
sell
the
those
last
for?
time for me,
No,
it
no,
it took a
Joe's-
cease and desist order, man.
Joe's always been great. Joe's always been great. He's been cool, man.
No, I just remember. I remember at the beginning, I was always like, "How much are you selling that for?" And that was when you were cutting your prices and just to get them out the door.
Yeah, man.
And
'cause
I
he
was
just drew
like-
all the time. I was just like, didn't have room for anything.
Yeah.
So I take them to cons and do these like just have like a dollar table or $5
Mhm.
stack of just sketches and just have people just rummage through
Nice.
art and just
Huh.
get them at the table.
Have you ever been a part of the Kickstarter cover game? Has that been one of your sort of things that you've done yet?
Oh yeah, I've done tons of Kickstarter covers and
Okay.
yeah. So I've done that. I mean, that's kind of what led, I think, to I think one of my very first gigs was a Kickstarter campaign. This book called I think I have the book over here. I just organized all my comps and things like that. But like yeah, one of my first covers was for this book called Night is Falling, I think, and it's kind of like a Goonies / vampire / Lost Boys kind of comic, I think. And so I did the cover for that.
Right, and then so I got a little confused because I know you did some covers, and then you're sort of isolated with your own work that you're doing for your book, and I don't mean isolated in a bad way, just focused on your own IP.
Yeah, we just well, I got a couple of gigs with like Image and stuff, and then COVID hit, and we kind of had these ideas in the books for a long time to create our own universe. So me, Joey Gonzalez, and Daniel Flores made our own Plus universe.
I love it. Yeah.
So we have a whole universe expanded in stories. We've got about 10 years worth of stories that we're developing. So
Damn.
characters and all kinds
Is this
of
on
stuff.
your website? Like how can people get to your
You can go to Plus Waco Comics, and we have Twitter, Instagram, we have all that stuff, and then from there you can go to see Danny's work, my work, Joey's work, and just kind of see what we're doing on our side projects or whatever. So, but that's mostly what our focus is now, and so I don't know. Oh yeah, I might have some sequential stuff here.
I was gonna say a lot of the work you have in that book, that's your sequentials on the inside, right?
Well, that's Danny. So Danny drew the first kind of sequentials, and I'll be drawing the second.
Yeah, I just realized I don't have your book. Like
I haven't showed this too much because I have to redraw it. But
oof.
Yeah, this is some sequential work here that I'll be throwing in. Hopefully, might have to redraw it. My inks
That's
are
fantastic.
too big. My inks sometimes are too big for the page. So
Whoa.
I might have to do something else. I think I'm gonna try. Steve McNiven, he draws like panels on single pages. So we'll see. This was like a promo piece I did with Pentel for our stuff.
That's awesome.
So, and this was like a Kickstarter cover. This was for a Vampirella cover. This was for like an Ice Cream Man cover.
Where's the Vampirella cover? I want to see it again.
The what? The
The Vampirella cover.
Yeah,
I
let me
love
get
that.
it. Yeah, this was pretty fun to make.
That is really epic.
Yeah, it is.
Love what you did with the shadows right there. Just
Yeah, I'm a big
merged into one.
one of my biggest inspirations was Jay Lee growing up, and so I love just his like complete blacks. Like they just created so much depth within a piece that it really kind of got me to really be more experimental with my inks and very free with them, and kind of to dive into that kind of stuff. So I try to create as much depth with a lot of light source and shadows, and especially with like monster characters, So
Yeah, the blocking of the larger shapes.
yeah, I think that definitely gives you some depth to a character, and you can always gives the image, the viewer, some free play to kind of use their imagination of how they want to fill in those shadows. what they want to make it out to be and stuff. So
You know, I've always been good, not great, but good at blocking the blacks in the shadows.
yeah,
But I've never been good at doing the opposite, like doing a full dark figure
yeah.
with the highlights. Like my
Oh,
brain
yeah.
can process the dark locations, but it can't flip it. Like I
Yeah.
have to have a reference to do that. I can't just do it off the top of my head.
Yeah, I think a lot of the times too, it's hard when you're starting a piece on something that you definitely, especially like with a figure you're unfamiliar with, because you feel like, oh man, if I black this in, is it gonna mess up a figure? You know, is it gonna, colorful characters like that are real vibrant and outgoing and fun, like Spider-Man and stuff. You can make him look completely different than what he's used to or whatever. So yeah, it was a learning process, and I'm still kind of like finding really what direction I want to go with like inks and things like that. Just because my background is art, and art is so experimental, and like my background is like fine art, so I'm very like always trying to push myself. And I'll be like, oh, I love this style, I'm gonna stick with this, and then I'm like bored with it, and I want to try something else.
Yeah.
Right.
Yeah, that resonates
Well,
with
that's
me
what I
so
always say. I always say you can never stop learning as an artist. Never.
Yeah, for sure.
Well, I like my ADD because it allows me to do different things, and that's why I like to bounce around in different mediums, just to see what the medium that really fits me.
Right.
That's why I think I'm really going to be probably staying with painting for a while, just because I'm not. When it comes to inks, you have to be almost like you really have to be perfect in a way, and no matter
Yeah.
what your style is, it's got to
No,
be perfect.
that's very true, because inks, no matter whether you have like a very loose style or a tight style, they're pretty concrete. You still have to have some kind of like composition with it. Whereas like
Right.
painting is very forgiving. Like a lot of people like, oh, oils is hard and painting is hard, but man, it's like one of the most forgiving,
Yeah.
mediums.
Depending on which paint you use, but yeah, I
Right.
mean it's really it's however tight or loose you want to be with it.
Yeah.
And the blending and the accidents that happen that you can sort of roll with. It's an organic feeling. It's almost like you're creating art with somebody else. It's kind of crazy, that sort of idea.
And there's stuff that you get, like I grew up painting, so like I have a big Sinestro painting in my garage, and I completely forgot about it, and I went back there. I was like, oh, let me grab it, and I forgot. The heat, it cracks paint, like if you leave it out. So it's like it's all cracked now. I'll have to like scrape it or repaint it or do something. But but yeah, you forget those little things that you're not used to once you die. I was like, oh, I'll just put it back there, and then like I do with my inks, and I'll come back and revisit it and fix it or whatever. But yeah, it's a craft for sure. It's a different type of medium.
I don't know why it is that only Armando's is the one that's frozen. Well, Phil is in the middle of being frozen since smoking a cigarette, I guess.
Armando's
really
clicking
long
a little
draft.
bit.
Yeah.
It might be my internet. It might be my internet connection.
No, it's mainly me. Phil, what's going on with yours, man? I see your page is coming out really great. I'm loving that page.
Thanks. Yeah, I'll show you a
The
couple
cityscape?
things. Yeah.
Yeah,
Cityscapes. Oh my God, cityscapes. I love them, but oh man, are they meticulous, man? Here, I'll show you in a minute. We got this one, and I just kind of went, since it's kind of just coming into the scene, it's a little bit vague yet with the city there and bringing it up. And this one was a little bit different for me to deal with because, I've dealt with enough stuff off panels, but not necessarily anything that had no panels. So I had to go back to like old school idea of like a collage or, like a, or a surreal something where you're blending everything together. So I'm just trying to get it all separated out just through colors and, through shadow and light to try and break it all up. Let's see what else. Now this one, you want to talk about buildings. Here we go.
Yeah.
Talk about buildings.
This is a great. I love this page.
Tell them what that's from, Phil.
Tell them what's from.
what you're showing?
That is from Kaiju Mania, one of the stories. This is the one did with Lise and Alan Johnson wrote it. The guy that put the whole book together, the head over at
Chikara fighting the one of the bad guys in his story,
Yeah, there you go.
and Phil's killing it.
Oh, and there's the cover with all the monsters from Kaiju, all 4 stories, and then the 5th one of whoever's going to end up winning. We have the one I did with Pete on the Metal Beast guy, Relinquish, right? Is
Yes,
that
sir.
his name? All right.
That's his name. Metal Beast still works for me. I agree with that.
Metal Beast.
See what else we got. And then one that I'm going to be messing around with. It's a little bit of a full panel piece. I'll give you just a little. This is another Lee Reese line work, but when I finish the pages, I'll get to this more, but I'll give you just a little peek of where that's at. See as the colors coming in there and a little bit of that. I was going to work on this one a little bit tonight, but then it's like, I'll work on the page. So I might get to this one because I've almost finished with the last of that other page. Just got a few more vehicles to paint in, and I'll be on to the next stuff.
Back on. I know you guys are talking about making posts. Why am I full screen? I don't need to be full screen. No way. Anyway, that last piece that you put up, you want to talk about making a poster? That might be the best poster option that you've had, like for that book. Like that looks really good. Like that was a lot of fun to see.
That's gonna be
Those are dynamic.
that's gonna be a reward.
Crap.
It's gonna be a
let me
reward.
find it.
It's like
Okay.
a reward.
This one. There you go. Yeah, that one.
Yeah.
That's gonna be one of the rewards.
All right, fair enough. I'm just saying, it's pretty nice.
That's gonna be one of the rewards.
Those are pretty nice. Huh? All right,
It's
cool.
nice.
Great. Pretty good. Good stuff. All right, just curious. All right, I'm gonna bounce for 1 second. I'll be right back.
It shall be a reward. He's rebooting. Now that he's gone.
All right, we've taken over. Vic's the gang leader, man.
No, you don't want it in my hands right now. I'm exhausted.
Trust me.
I hear you,
Sure.
man. This
Yeah.
whole week has been that way. Many
Yeah,
sleepless
buddy.
nights, man.
Yeah, buddy. Soon. In fact, I'm not long for this earth right now. But I want to get a little bit of this done.
Let's see. Let me bring up Joy's here.
Yeah, I want to see this.
Look how awesome that is.
That is just fantastic.
Hold on. I got to look. Dang it. Give me the other tab. There we go. Oh, nice.
Bad girl kaiju. I love it.
Hell yeah.
Joy, do you always work? Is this how you always work? Like the way you go in after and put in the details, like the way you like colored in her tongue and then decided to make the heavier lines around it?
For sketches, yeah. I normally do a sketch just to let myself know how it would look like. Get the what do you call it? Get the values in there as soon as possible, so it's a little bit easier when I ink and then I color. Yeah, mostly
Yeah,
because
that's really
private.
cool. Look at that.
It does pose some problems sometimes because sometimes when you ink it, it loses some of the energy you
Oh,
actually
yeah.
had on it. Yeah, but you figure it out along the way. Yeah.
That's so cool. Absolutely so cool.
Let's see. Let's bring Armando up. Let's see. Armando, can you hold? Oh, yours is all taped down.
Yeah, well, no, I can.
We'll
do
get
it.
back
I
to
can-
we'll get back to you right now. Let's see if we
Sorry.
can hold it up to the screen.
Yeah,
You
yeah.
ripped it apart. No.
There you go.
Damn, that looks cool.
Yeah. Yeah, he's
I
the
could see
same.
that Jay Lee influence, like
Yeah, man,
those
it's
heavy
real.
those heavy darks. He always had that style where you didn't know if the characters were in the daytime or at nighttime.
Yeah, it's like,
It
bro,
was just
like,
it was just all heavy
and one of
blacks.
my favorite was his Namor run, you know, in the 90s. That real like over muscular, like super hairy, like, and it's like you're like, man, you always seeing Namor like, you know, very bright and like in water and stuff, but you think about the way he drew it, he really made it feel like Namor was in the very depths of the ocean, the dark places of the ocean. And it was, man, that was so good. So good. It's like, man, I can draw comics however I want, you know. I don't have to do really tight stuff or I was drawn. I can make characters as weird as I wanted.
Yep.
Oh yeah.
All right, Pete. Let's see Pete's now.
That's my buddy. I'm good. This is gonna be after I finish and color it. I'm gonna make it the print in the original art tier that the person's gonna get the original cover art. If they back it, the original cover art to my cover and some bunch of other goodies on the Kickstarter. So we're hoping to have that up soon. But yeah, this is I see I when I look at inking, you almost have to, for me, I almost have to turn off your brain a little. Like you plot it out and stuff like that, but then it's all almost muscle memory for me. Like okay, where's my light? Where's this? Where's that? Okay, cool. Just go in and zone out and just let it, lay it down, lay it out. You know what I mean? Just get it out there, and whatever happens naturally is how it's gonna, gonna lay out. And I'm a big fan of big chunky lines. I'm not. It's just me. That's just the way I draw. But yeah, that's what's happening here.
That's a good style, man.
Thank you. It comes from a lot of. It comes from my heavy comics, ultra super heavy anime manga, and then sprinkle in the fine arts background and the art history, the second degree in art history and all that stuff. And constantly going to museums and, growing up on Keith Haring and Basquiat and Jackson Pollock,
Now, Pete, is this your first full book that you've paneled all the way through?
This is not I only did 5 pages. Each story is only 5 pages. But it is not
5 or 6.
Yeah, 5 or 6. It's not technically my first. I did my own 2 years ago. Excuse me. And like I said, I looked at it one day and I was like, after we stopped producing books for a couple months. What I do?
I got Armando. I'll go ahead and mute him.
Am I in trouble?
No, you're fine.
So I look back at my sequentials after a couple months of not doing them, being, holy cow, I'm shit. Not the shit, I'm shit. And I got really angry with myself. And
it's like that Instagram voiceover. Yeah. It's like, and I'm still a piece of garbage.
Yeah. So I'm like, no, I can't do this. I'm not doing this anymore.
Right.
And but then after the self-pity stopped. Okay, cool. Let me learn some more. Like Phil said, you're always learning as an artist, right? So I took a couple online classes.
Yeah.
I took a couple comic book classes, bought some books, took a storyboarding class, and just started trying to have fun with it a little again. And that's when Alan came around. Now, Alan, if anybody remembers, early on in the quarantine and stuff, Alan was the brain behind Alan Johnson, the guy who created 8th World Comics, Kaiju Mania. Mm-hmm. His first book was a self-published book he did, Kajar and Kajaria. He had done a bunch of those, self-published, was putting them out himself. Then he got into dispensaries and stuff all around the area. Again, he's in the Pacific Northwest. And then he had contacted me a couple months ago, almost a year ago. It's like, could you do a cover for a side story we're doing for Kajar and Kajaria? I need you to create this character and just do the cover. This is what it's all about. Cool. So I did that for him. It was for Tales of the Cannibal King. That book just never materialized because that happens. It might later, but we'll see. It's kind of on the back burner. But it was cool and it was fun and we had a good time, right? A few weeks later, he goes, "Listen, Pete, I like what you did with the cover. We're doing this book." He pitched me Kaiju Mania. He's like, "Could you do 5 pages?" And I'm sitting there. No one's asked me to do pages. I've been like, I should start doing pages again. You know what? Yes, I'm doing pages, and it was cool. And I had some fun. I had some trepidation. Luckily, again, our friend Warren Brown and our friend Philly here helped me through it. And I kept the pages. I kept it simple, like simple for me anyway, and kept it the old school Marvel, old school DC. I kind of kept in the square panels and stuff like that. Because I didn't want to go too crazy and screw it up.
Right.
That's kind of what I was doing with my old sequentials. I was just doing whatever I wanted, and there was really no system to it. So, now there's a system to what I'm doing. So now I could use this as a jump off to start doing, other things if people need other things and things like that. And also hopefully there'll be a Kickstarter with Nine Name on it as a creator this fall. And that's a book. That's a book that's going to be a one and done. I'm going to do the Attack on Titan parody, Attack on Cookie.
Oh wow.
Fuck it. I might as well just show the print. Let's see if I can find it. Hold on. I'm gonna find something and I'm gonna show you, and then you're gonna laugh at me, then you're gonna kick me out because it's just so ridiculous.
Well, I'm gonna give everybody a warning. We got about 9 minutes left for the stream, then we'll start shutting it down. I think that gave everyone a chance to sort of see where we're at with it.
I'm gonna do this really quick to give you an idea of what I'm doing here, Joe. So share that really fast.
I mean, I sit here and watch you guys do art for the rest of the night, but All right,
that's the print I had done about 7 years ago. After the piece I did that turned into my most.
I love it.
It turned into one of my most popular pieces. I love a good matchup. And anyone who's watched the first episode of Attack on Titan, you sit there and you go, or read the manga, you just sit there and go, "Oh my God, what's happening here?" It's just like, are you serious right now? What are you doing? That's his mom, So the Titans and people getting eaten and blood everywhere. You're like, what the hell is this? But you're in, right? But I was like, how do I soften that? How do I keep it intense but soft at the same time? And for some odd reason, Muppets just jumped into my head. I was like, oh my God, Cookie Monster's a Colossal Titan. So then I made all the buildings behind Wall Maria into cookies and milk cartons and glasses of milk and stuff, and Cookie Monster. But I kept everything's on fire and the smoke from the Colossal Titan, and Aaron just sitting there like, let's go. Months later, my buddy, writer, if you know the book Carriers, you'll know my buddy Jay Hewer. He's another fellow Long Islander, amazing writer. And he's like, dude, I'm going to write a short story for that. You can illustrate it. It'll be fun. We'll hand it out. We'll do it like a zine. Okay. He wrote a comic book. So I'm in the process of drawing it, and then I'll ink it, and then I'll color it. And then we'll get I'm going to see about our buddy. You may know the name. Our buddy James Avila is probably going to letter it. And then we're going to kickstart it.
Very cool.
And we know that it'll be a one and done because somebody will send us a cease and desist.
Oh, yeah. Enjoy the one. Enjoy the one fun.
Yeah, we're going to enjoy the one, and hopefully the cease and desist comes after we get everything printed. That's the plan. And that's what's going to happen. So it's going to be and what's funny, I did have a lawyer look at it. The story is completely nothing like Attack on Titan or Muppets. It just uses those characters completely differently. It's actually a parody of the books, a parody of both properties, but it's a satire speaking on humanity's obsession or dependence on fossil fuels.
Okay.
Believe it or not,
it's very deep.
It really. I'm going to be honest with you. It really is. Jay really wrote a good story. There's a love story. There's a lot of violence, and I thought that was somebody laughing into the eraser.
No, it's just me. I'm thinking Cookie Monster right there replacing the Titan. That's like perfect.
It gets so much worse because we got a couple other. There might be a yellow monster in there. A yellow monster in there. There's going to be a red monster in there, and And now if we've all watched Attack on Titan, we know Aaron's brother is the lead Titan, right? The main.
Yeah, like the monkey looking.
Yeah, I'm just gonna say the brains behind our story. This is a big giveaway, breaking exclusive. The brains behind our book. Let's just say it's not easy being green. Is all I'm gonna. So yeah, that's gonna happen hopefully in the fall.
Cool. You guys want to do one last push for the book, just to let people know where they're going to be able to get it?
Where can I throw a link?
All that good stuff. I mean, we've been talking about it the whole day, or the whole night rather.
I just want to give folks a link.
All right, let's put it in.
Okay. Where can I put it?
Just put it right into the chat. Do you have control? Can you see the chat?
No, I can see the chat, but I can't put anything in chat.
Oh, really? Okay. Let me. I'll put the
if
link.
If you put it in the private chat, I can copy and paste it.
I appreciate that.
There you go. See Vic with the big. There we go.
There it is. Cool. So, ladies and gentlemen, Kaiju Mania. It's a book Phil and I are on. It's 4 monsters fighting, tearing stuff up. Then these 4 monsters are kidnapped by aliens and made to fight each other. And we're only basically, the way Phil likes to say it, 4 monsters enter, 1 monster leaves. But we don't get to decide who the one monster is. You do. When you back the monsters variant cover, the one with the most variant covers sold will be the winning monster. We're live on Kickstarter. We're about 6 days in. We're about a week in now, actually. We're at $1,100, our $3,000 goal. We're going to hit that. I know we are. The book's happening. Don't jump on now. Don't wait. Jump on now. We got a lot of cool rewards for everybody. Once one more backer, and we open up a bunch of more digital copies of other folks' books. You're going to get everybody, when this book fulfills, you're getting at least 10 digital copies of 10 different books, including ours. All sorts of fun tiers. We're adding more tiers and more stretch goals daily. We just got a lot of stuff going on. Excuse me. A lot of stuff going on. It's a lot of fun. It is violent. It's not your kid's book. There's a lot of violence. Soon to be some sexy monsters too. But it's just fun, and we love this book so much. We would love to get it in your hands so you can check it out. Kaiju Mania. Follow the link. Dive in with us, please. And the worst comes to worst, hey, give us a share.
It's good stuff. I like it.
We try.
Yeah.
All right, so I've backed it. I think it's going to be a fun book. I like the idea of the whatever cover you get is the one that wins. If it's the one that sells the most, it's a pretty sick concept. Obviously, I'm just a big fan of your guys' work, Phil. Like, really liked your color style, and I like the fact you guys are working on a book together. So knocking that out is very cool. But ultimately, I wanted to say thank you to everybody who came on this stream. I mean, we got Joy, and we have freaking Armando just like killing it with these monsters. That's just really great that you guys came on here and just kind of hung out with us and did an IP. Like, we're so fast to do fan art of your Marvels and your DCs and stuff like that, and to have people come on and work on IPs that are outside of what you normally would see, like the Wolverines and whatever the movie that's out. So it's just good to see really talented artists working on IPs that are in the sphere. So that's pretty sick, man. That's pretty sick. You guys came out and did that. So thank you.
I appreciate you having a show and bringing us on, and everybody working on some kaiju stuff, man. It's fun.
Yeah,
it's
pretty
fun.
good.
More people doing it, man. It becomes more like a party,
Yeah, I mean, that's the biggest thing, is kind of making this more of like an artist studio where everyone can just sort of hang out. I mean, reality is, what do we really want? We all want to be in a studio together, grabbing some beers, smoking cigarettes, and freaking doing whatever, right? Minus and subtract whatever it is that you want to add or subtract. But that would be the ideal. But at least we can do this and share this with the community. So if you guys have any questions, then you're watching this later, go ahead and make sure you reach out and say hi and just ask for questions, and we'll reach back. But yeah, beautiful, like it said here. I mean, perfectly said. Beautiful work, everybody. Thank you for coming on. I want to make sure that we get to see Armando's finished piece if he keeps working on this, and I'm really trying to keep myself from just buying the damn thing. I love it.
I'm probably not gonna finish it, but
I love it. I mean, yeah, finish it. Don't finish it. I mean, it looks like I'm always blown away by your ability to like. Did you have a reference of a hippo pulling their mouth open, or are you just drawing from memory?
I looked up a couple of images just to
Because I'll just cry
before I jumped on, but then I just went to town.
Oh my gosh, that's so
yeah.
sick.
I just kind of get an idea of what it, you know, what a hippo looks like and stuff.
So I'm just, and then you've got like the perfect white piece. I think Jim Lee uses that exact one.
Yeah, this is like my go-to, this is like my go-to tool, I think. And it's funny because like I used it. I'm not saying like I used it for him, obviously, but I didn't know that he used it. I just found it one time. I stole it from an office that I was working at.
Oh, nice, yeah.
And I
It's
was
so
like,
difficult to get the right white gel or whatever it is. That
yeah.
you use. It's tough. Let's
Yeah,
see. Let's see Joy's. Let's see where we're at with Joy. Thanks for coming on, Joy. Let's see what you're doing. I don't know what's happening here, but
It's very cool.
it's very cool.
Super cool.
Not yet finished, but
Yeah,
I'm going
not-
to once I talk to Chris some more and Alan, I'm gonna hit you up and we're gonna see about whatever it is we're gonna see about and have some fun. We're gonna do something with this, and
Nice.
we're gonna throw kaiju books at you. Is basically what's gonna happen.
oh wow, I'd love that. I'd be so honored.
So yeah, we're definitely gonna have a conversation.
All right, guys. On that note, we're gonna go ahead and crash course our way out of here. But it was a lot of fun, and hopefully we can open up this art studio again in the future. Bring in IPs to just sort of hang out, draw, and kind of talk about the IP a little bit. And I think it's a good first show for sure. Comics Cast is pretty busy right now. Everybody's got their own things going on, but web design, things like that. Everything is sort of set up. So it's just a lot of work. So my focus is definitely that. We'll have a meeting on Sunday as we'll try to chat wherever we're at with everybody and everything that's going on. So the way I look at it, these shows, I want to make sure that we are talking with creators. We keep promoting people. But I love the idea of just getting artists doing art that they would have already done anyway. But we're just capturing it and promoting. But anyway, good night, guys. Good night. Thanks for everybody for being on.
Thank you, everybody.
Thanks.
Thanks, everybody.
Appreciate you guys,
Later.
man.
All right.
Be
Peace
nice
out.
meeting you
Later.
all.